Fuck how you know. See man them man not take on the work, you know. Look how much bumbo clad Chinese. Me not see no black man there to work, brother. Look here. Look how much Chinese I work. I don't get fucked.
What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Seth Reaction. Today we are diving into something serious. Something that affects every Jamaican out there. We are talking about the growing influence of Chinese businesses in Jamaica, the challenges locals face, and what's happening in Jamaica communities. Trust me, you want to watch this till the end, because some of what you are about to hear is shocking, and it will make you ask, what's really going on in Jamaica?
If you come in a wholesale and you can't read, that's alright. Me help you. Right? But you see, if you can't read and you go on like you can read, at them time that you look like fool. Let me give you an example with the things that me have to deal with at the time. One lady come in here and ask me the germs lotion. Germs lotion. And then when me ask her, germs lotion, miss? I don't know, germs lotion, that one there up there, so. I have no problem when people dance, you know. But how you fit dance and have attitude with it? And that me not get. How? That don't make no sense.
We suffer every day. Can you imagine? We have been here for centuries and we're still lagging around. If we to start a business in Jamaica, it's one of the hardest things to start a business. While the Chinaman come from China, come to Jamaica, start a business, none tax for 5 years. And by the time the 5 years come when him to start pay tax, he making cousin and he never and the uncle come and him gone. So and listen, this have been happening for centuries. So this have nothing to do with PNP or JLP. And you know at the end of the day, none of them no want to fix it because all of them want us to the black man.
I don't like the way in which the Jamaican government has allowed the Chinese to come in and take over. I believe they own the major port there. I believe that the Jamaican government has given them lands in exchange for services. I believe they built at least one hospital there, a couple of schools. They had constructed a north-south highway or northwest highway that connects one part of the island to the other, so you don't have to drive all the way around to get there, which was necessary. But from what I read, in exchange for them building the highway, the Jamaican government has allowed them to keep, I believe, nearly all of the toll fees on that highway for a certain amount of years. We're giving up too much to get too little. And what bothers me the most about Jamaica, they are the most Pan-Africanist and the most unapologetic of the Caribbean islands. And so if China can take Jamaica, taking the rest of the Caribbean won't be that difficult.
Jamaicans aren't only being pushed out of their beaches, but gradually they're being pushed out of business. Check this out.
Chinese mechanics in Jamaica should go 20-30 cars a day like clockwork, while Jamaican mechanics, they carry around stuck in the garage sometime for a whole week. But how did the Chinese get here? How did they set up shop so fast right in front of our eyes? Listen, foreigners are coming in, buying land, running businesses, owning Jamaica, and we're becoming visitors in our own land. Just like some places in Africa where people now work for foreigners in their own country. Sooner or later, the Chinese going to control the parts distribution and shut us out.
I already think it's too late for Jamaicans. And the reason why I say that, because back in 2015, Jamaica signed an agreement with China, allowing China to control one of their biggest and most important ports for 30 years. And that's the port of Kingston. So China dictates what goes into Jamaica and what goes out of Jamaica. So I'm pretty sure all these Chinese business owners already have a connection with distributors in China. So they have direct contact with the distributors when it comes to supplies and keeping their stores in stock. So as you gradually see Chinese businesses pop up, you see less Jamaican businesses. So Jamaicans are gradually becoming workers for foreigners. And who allows another country to control your ports, allow what comes in and outside of your country? Like I said, it's already a wrap, at least for 30 years.
So everyone has been asking how the Chinese mechanics got into Jamaica. Well, here are the facts. Did you know that in 2015, Jamaica signed over the Kingston Freeport, our main port, our lifeline to China, who has full control for 30 years? Now they control what comes in and they control what goes out. That's why the Chinese mechanics and other companies move the way they want. No one to answer to. No real checks. No oversight. They run the port, they hold the gate. Why do you think it's after the fact Pika stepped in? Because they don't even know what's going on. But somebody know. Because when it comes to these little things, don't think you can think on the same level you were programmed to think on. You have to change your frequency sometimes. And we're standing on the outside of our own house. We can't even act like we never know. Listen, we will never get out of slavery. Because a nation that can't even control its own port is a nation already conquered, just without the chain.
Something really wrong is going on in Kingston and St. Andrew. There is a set of people that don't care about community building, that don't care about families, that don't care about community, and they only care about making money. If you haven't been to Kingston and St. Andrew in a while, you can't be in a one street and you don't see one apartment building. Now, some of these apartment buildings are well positioned. Some of them make sense, right? The corporate area and all them thing there. But when you spread out a little bit out and you go into the communities them, when you see mom and pop home with them little backyard and thing, and right beside them yard is one tall rotted building that don't make no sense. The people them they upstairs looking at you downstairs hanging your panty on the clothesline. Between you, one big building sandwiched in the middle of two homes, of two family homes. So now imagine me now having a beautiful day today. As me leave me yard, what that me see right beside my gate? What is that me see right beside my gate? One sign that say intention to build apartment units. Now, if you don't know me or if you don't follow me, if you never watch my video them, please go watch them. Me live in the bush. Me live in some hill bush. Me live in the bush. This empty lot is between me and my two neighbors. So this apartment building would be sandwiched between three family homes, that which privacy will be completely destroyed, which there is no road to go up there, so because don't see me take cooking oil go try fix up the road there. Them want carry people go up there in an apartment and the place don't have no road. There's no road go up there. The place far up in the hills. Which apartment gonna keep up there, so right? Now you tell me now, why will you want to disturb? First of all, come in and cut off the wall of the trees them. Deforest the place. The birds didn't know what to do with themselves. And now come in with sign that say I put up apartment building in a tiny, because I want a tiny lot in the middle of the bush, sandwiched in between two family homes. I don't care if people are going to go up this or not. I don't care if it has a good point of sell or not. All I care about is the fact that Uno are destroying Jamaica. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities, because even sometimes when Uno don't get the old dilapidated house to buy and tear down and put Uno in thinking apartment mashes box in the sky, so all Uno do a scam people with a little mashes box in the sky. It's not, and I'm not talking about this because it burn me and it affect me now. I have spoken about this plenty of time before, because there's a place for everything. Ambush sandwich between three family home is not a place for an apartment building. To all the contractors out there, I'm not saying to stop doing business. I am saying to do consciously, respectfully, with ethic. You don't need to have ethic. There is a place for everything. A community, a neighborhood is not a place for an apartment complex. Uno sick in a uno head. You see the place where I show that where they white bones in a Constant Spring? Uno can put apartment building there, so there's no family home. It's a commercial place. Uno very well uno put an apartment building over there, so you understand what I say? A community, a street where kids play in the street and families jog out there and cows roam around the place. It's not the place for an apartment building. Don't be so greedy. Why you want to be so unethical? And build a skyscraper to sell matches boxing at the skies, which by the way most likely are going to just sit down there, so because there is a overstock in a town. Me don't know who. If people know I buy it down yes on a Kingston 6, Kingston 8, Kingston 10, who is going to go buy apartment in the bush? Just have a little conscience, please. And for those of you who are not contractors, whenever you can, please raise your voice. Please raise your voice, because these buildings, these apartment buildings, are destroying communities, families. They are pricing out families. A family that could have purchased that land to be their family home were priced out by a developer. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.
I have a question for Andrew Holness, Kamina J. Smith, and Dr. Horace Chang. As a Jamaican, I'm really concerned, and I just want to express myself, and maybe other Jamaicans feel the same way. In Jamaica, we have over 76,000 Chinese living there, whether they are Chinese descendants or recently migrated to Jamaica, right? Boom. Chinese are able to work in our country, have businesses for over 5 years without paying taxes, while Jamaican people or Jamaican new entrepreneurs who starts businesses have to pay taxes off rip. First of all, they can't even get funding to start a business, much less. Now, what the Chinese them do is once you reach 5 years, they just call them another family member and put the business in their name, and the process continues and they don't pay taxes, right? But that's not really why I'm here. I'm here because I realized that even as Jamaicans, we need a visa to go to China. But check this out. Chinese don't need a visa to come to Jamaica. That is unfair. To me, that's all ridiculous. You know how much Jamaicans would love to go to China for whatever reasons, whether short stay, business, or pleasure. Like, there gotta be some type of renegotiation. This is 2025, not 1865. So Andrew Holness, Dr. Horace Chang, and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kamina J. Smith, my namesake, please, me I beg you, look into this. Think about it as a politician. Me I have the education I own have, you know. Zane, me I don't know a doctor and them thing. I'm just a regular Jamaican. I have sense and common sense. So, uno tell me the scholars, if that makes sense. Uno really need to do something about that. Do something about all of these countries where can come to our country and all these things, and I'll get all these easy access to things. But Jamaicans have to struggle so much. Enough fear. Do something about that. Me I beg you now, please.
Jamaican construction worker. How you stay so? Why we not overcharge the people them? Me come for the labourer them, and who me come for talk to right now, the labourer. $5,000 a day family for one labourer. Talking God truth now. $5,000 a day and you no trade man. And that you put on the price to you a thief. And watch this now, no? No for you no thing you come on the site and do. A smoke and drink beer rum. Because in a Jamaica, you have a thing. If rum not on the site, you don't want to work on it. But you not pay you $5,000 a day if you drink rum and smoke cushy all day. Nobody now do them thing the family. Because you have to look in on yourself and change up some things while go on a yard. You know mad? $5,000 a day for one labourer. You have to start from 8 to 5. You reach till almost 9 o'clock. Uno forget 1 hour lunch break. And enough of uno lunch break go to 2 hours. When you left 5 o'clock in the evening, uno start draw at 4 o'clock. And uno want $5,000 a day. Uno mad. You see, the Chinese them aga beat uno bad. Because the Chinese them I take $3,000 a day. Up what the place name again? Here in a crossroad there, so them have a construction company. The Chinese them. $3,000 a day them we take for labourer. And when them come for your work, them not smoke. Them not ask if you no rum. If them fi come 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock them did a sharp. If them fi left 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. If them fi take 1 hour lunch break, at 1 hour lunch break them a take. But uno want charge $5,000 and then uno want take 2 hour lunch break, come late, do 1 bag of foolishness for the time and expect people to give you 5,000. Uno fi stop it. The tradesman them done a bit too bad already and uno come take up that dirty habit there. $5,000 for 1 labourer, you come sit down and smoke and drink special for your site. Mad or no mad man. The Chinese go and beat on the bad with that $3,000 there where them come with. Uno a flap on yourself. Uno a flap on yourself. A master builder need to drop something to try to help the people them we are build. Because enough of them mason here and trade money don't want to see people build. Because enough of them can't build. Them bad mind. About $5,000 a day. On the move and go on a thief like.
Okay, let's pause there. Did you hear that? People coming into Jamaica, starting businesses for years without paying taxes, and sometimes passing the business to a family member to keep avoiding it. Meanwhile, Jamaicans who try to start businesses struggle for funding and have taxes slapped on them from day one. And it's not just business. It's about control. Ports, land, roads, even construction. Back in 2015, Jamaica signed an agreement giving China control over the port of Kingston for 30 years. That means they dictate what comes in and goes out of Jamaica. Imagine that. You are basically a visitor in your own land. And then, on the construction side, apartment buildings popping up where communities once stood. Privacy destroyed, roads not built to handle new developments. Families being priced out of their own neighborhoods. This isn't just about money. This is about culture, history, and the right of Jamaicans to have their communities respected. This part hits home. Local laborers struggling to get fair pay, yet being asked to compete with systems that don't play by the same rules. One laborer doing honest work can be charged higher than the value of the work itself because of unethical management or inflated costs. And while that happens, Chinese workers are efficient, consistent, and sometimes undercutting the local economy. It's not about blaming one group. It's about fairness. It's about asking, why is it that foreigners can come here with no visa restrictions, while Jamaicans have to jump through hoops just to visit China? This isn't 1865. We are in 2026. There needs to be a renegotiation, some common sense, and some fairness. Now let's talk neighborhoods. Beautiful communities getting destroyed by skyscraper-style apartment buildings in tiny lots. Backyard privacy gone. Birds displaced. Families pushed out. This isn't growth. It's greed. Developers, I am not saying stop building, but build ethically. Respect the community. There is a place for everything. Commercial areas, corporate zones, and yes, apartments. but don't squeeze them into spaces where people have lived for generations. That's disrespectful. So Jamaicans, this is the reality Chinese businesses are here. Growing fast, controlling resources, and sometimes outcompeting locals. But it's also how our own government allows it. From ports to taxes, from laborer to construction ethics. Things need to change. Let me know what you think. Have you seen this in your community? Do you feel like Jamaica is slowly being taken over in ways we can't even control? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, stay informed, stay active, and stay proud of our communities. If you found this video insightful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a reaction like this. And share this video, your family, friends, and neighbors. They need to hear this too. Let's talk about Jamaica's future together.